Jonathan,
Yeah.
let's talk about tech history.
All right. This week, we're covering November 29th through December 5th. And first off, we have on the 29th, Atari introduces Pong.
This is like the first successful arcade game, the first commercially successful video game that was available in the arcade. It looks so boring, but yet the colors are so exciting, you know?
I wonder how many hours that cabinet has been played on.
I don't know. It looks well taken care of, though. I wonder if that's an original picture.
Pretty sweet looking.
And those are just knobs, huh?
Yeah, it's just two knobs. That's it. So
I mean, if you're playing someone and they're both right-handed, I guess one person would be in front of the monitor and the other one would be to the side. If you're playing a left-handed person, then you both are fighting for the center of that screen. Either way, I mean, this thing was like a total hit. Can you imagine the math behind, drawing all this stuff on the screen? Trying to figure out like where the little ball or the little dots being hit in order to be able to bounce it off the off the bars that are going up and down. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Cool. Next up, we have November 30th, IBM 7090 delivered.
The 7090. That's one heck of a computer back in 1959.
Whoa, that is old too. Used by NASA?
Fully transistorized computer. The 7090 and later the 7094 were notable for being used by NASA to control the Mercury and Gemini space flights, along with many other significant scientific and government applications. In the 60s, some of the 7090s were even used through the 70s into the 1980s. Man, that's crazy. You know, what's crazy about all this? I mean, if you take a computer these days, right? You have a keyboard, you have a mouse, you have a screen. And like the interaction between computers, it's so different from what you see here on the screen right now with the IBM 7090. Is like, what do you input and what is the output that you get in order to control something like the Gemini and the Mercury space flights?
Yeah, that's so crazy. It doesn't look like it can do much, but I mean, used by NASA?
To control space flights? I wonder if they use the results of it to help with the navigation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine using this to play World of Warcraft. How many tapes would it take to play World of Warcraft? Yeah, that's pretty bizarre. It's pretty crazy.
All right, next up we have November 30th, Barnes & Noble releases the Nook.
Yeah. This was an e-reader to compete with the highly successful Amazon Kindle, just released 2 years prior.
Wow.
Yeah, because Amazon had the only e-reader.
Yeah.
They didn't have any competition. And so Barnes & Noble, being a bookstore, said, let's get into this, guys. This is our playground, not Amazon's playground. Like, let's start creating some ebook readers. To me, the Nook eventually just became a tablet. They're just using Android tablets nowadays. They're not even using these electric inks. At least I don't think so. Not anymore. I wonder if you can download the Nook software.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Nook software for Mac. Oh, look at that.
B&B Help Center or B&N Help Center. Cool.
Barnes and Noble. That's interesting. We apologize for any issues which we experience while using the Nook for PC or Nook for Mac. Several new and improved Nook reading apps for Android and iOS mobile devices, Windows PCs, and the option to read online with Nook for Web. Unfortunately, we no longer support updates to Nook for PC or Nook for Mac. We recommend that you visit Nook Reading Apps pages for more details regarding the Nook Reading app. Well, so much for competing against Kindle. Moving on.
All right. Next up, we have December 1st, Project Gutenberg launched. What is
this? Is an interesting project here.
What do they do?
So there's this guy by the name of Michael Hart. And he's the one that founded Project Gutenberg. And essentially what happened was he is known as the father of ebooks. He was given an operator's account on a mainframe at the University of Illinois, and where he was a student at the time. And so given that he was given some highly available, I mean, this is 1971. So this was shared computing at the time. So he was given like this very expensive resource, and he decided to do something important. And what he began to do was digitize and electronically preserved public domain books and texts to make them freely available. So let's go look at Project Gutenberg here. So these are all free ebooks. There's a library of over 60,000 books that are now available for free.
Wow.
So you go to Gutenberg.org and you can go check to see if there's a book that you're interested in, is public domain, and whether it's available or not here. So let's go look for C++. Look at, interesting. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Moby Dick.
Wow.
Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. C++ didn't bring up anything, but
I think it's shortened to C.
I think so. And it's just like, hey, here's all the titles that have C in it. C programming. Whoa, there we go. How about just programming?
Okay. We're almost getting there. Operation Outer Space.
That's right. IBM 1401 programming systems.
All right.
How about algorithms? Algorithms. Is it I?
I think it's I, yeah.
Algo.
Oh, it says RITHMS. There you go.
No. Algoritmo. No. How about database? Okay. Interesting. Book search. Advanced search. Author title. Let's see. Zero books found. How about just programming? Just the IBM 1401. I can see why everything here is free.
It's a tough search.
It's a tough search. Yeah.
Print
It's
something.
definitely not a Google. We got bookshelves. Oh, animal history, law bookshelves,
Music. They got
psychology, religion, technology. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Um, technology, cookbooks, cooking, crafts, engineering, manufacturing. Technology. Oh wow.
manufacturing. Wow.
Embroidery and tapestry, weaving, soap manufacturing,
Wood carving. Whoa.
how it works. I wonder if they have an API available. Maybe we can get a better search going here. The art of modern lace making, chemistry of food and nutrition. That's pretty crazy, though. That's pretty cool. Publicly available, or wait, this is the public domain books. Is that what it is?
Public domain books and text. Yep.
Yeah,
Available.
cool.
All
So
right.
essentially, that's what this guy did. Project Gutenberg.
Cool. All right. Next up, we have AOL goes unlimited.
Yeah. So AOL started off charging $9.95. I wonder what is the big deal about putting that 0.95, 0.99 on a price? Is it to fool really to fool people that dude, you're getting charged $10. You're not getting charged $9. You're getting charged $10, but they don't realize that they're paying $10. But anyways, so they started out charging $9.95 a month for 5 hours of usage per month. And then they said, hey, we'll give you unlimited if you just give us twice that price. But with unlimited, they didn't think that people were just going to be connected 24/7, hogging up the phone lines that the AOL servers had. And essentially nobody can get on because you had the internet hogs just taking up all the dial-ups. And so AOL got sued because people were paying $20 a month for a service that they couldn't even use. And so they got sued. And somehow or other, they ended up having to pay some of the money back. But in any case, they pioneered the internet highway usage that we have now. I mean, now the internet's kind of ubiquitous. It's rare. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it's so rare when you go to someone's house and they don't have internet.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
It's very rare. I mean, I don't think I've been to any friends or family who don't have internet. I mean, even if they use it from their neighbor, they'll bring out this little piece of paper and they'll say, yeah, the neighbor gave me this connection. He goes, maybe you know how to use it, not to insinuate anybody, but you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, it's so ubiquitous. So, there's a saying, the first one through the door is going to get shot, and that meaning just basically means that you're going to go through some pain points being the person who pioneers the idea. And so AOL got, definitely got shot going through the door of the unlimited internet. But now, I mean, it has to be unlimited. Phones require 24-hour connections to the internet. So pretty cool.
All right. Next up, we have business.com is big business.
Man, this is such an interesting story.
Let's see.
So business.com sells for $7.5 million. In 1999, that was the most expensive domain. Jonathan, what would you say is the most expensive domain sold recently?
I'm gonna say sold recently.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like Google has to be up there, doesn't it?
I don't think anybody knew about the domain Google or the word Google because that's not even a real word. It's a play on the on the number Google,
Oh,
which
okay.
is spelled Googol, I believe,
Yeah.
which I don't know how many zeros it has, but yeah, um they basically changed it and as a play on words. Voice.com, $30 million
Wow.
in
In 2000,
2019.
that is crazy. That is pretty recent too.
Yeah. 360.com, 17 million in 2015. Sex.com, what a shocker, 13 million in 2010. Fund.com, 12 million. Hotels.com. I'm sure they've made their money back.
Yeah, since 2001. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Tesla, 11 million. Somebody had Tesla and Tesla went in there and bought it. Porn.com, porno. I
FB.
wonder if FB is Facebook. Facebook, yeah. I think FB is, let's see. Yeah, oh, well, no. I wonder if I type fb.com. Yep, sure enough,
Oh wow.
it
So
comes
it's
up.
$8.5 million.
Yeah. But wait, there's more, Jonathan.
What is it?
Down here are deals that are going to be paid up until 2040. LasVegas.com,
Wow,
$90 million.
wow. Christmas.com installment purchase.
Yep,
You could have that LasVegas.com in 2040 for $9 million.
that's right. 90 million. That's crazy. California.com, 3 million. Candy, vodka, loans, whiskey, software, wine. Alta Vista. Alta Vista sold? What? Shop.com, YP, gift card, IG, Medicare, clothes, Korea, toys. As seen, you see, I would have just done as seen on .tv. I wouldn't have paid for the .com on that one.
That sounds like a $5 million idea right there.
There it is. Let's go register it now before they figure that one out, before they watch this episode. That's pretty bizarre. That is crazy. So business.com was the most expensive in 1999.
Wow. That's still pretty high up there too.
You're astounded by it.
1999. Wow.
Can you imagine spending $12 for a domain and like somebody says, like, hey, I'll give you $7.5 million for that domain.
Deal.
Done. Where's the check? Let's go to the bank.
All right. Next up, December 2nd, Apple releases QuickTime.
The multimedia extension for playing color video, transforming the capability of the personal computers. Before QuickTime, only specialized computers can play colored video. QuickTime allowed anyone with a personal computer to do so, and it changed the history of computing in more ways than one. It was a patent infringement battle over QuickTime that led to the infamous, now famous truth between Steve Jobs and Bill Gates of 1987. So I actually clicked on that link before, and there was a apparently there was like a battle that no one wrote about, and essentially the rumor has it that Microsoft ended up purchasing, I forget how many millions of dollars in stocks and invested into Apple. But they're saying that it was because of the patent infringement that occurred here. Like I'm not sure exactly how it worked, but that's kind of how they explained it. And so, they went ahead and they said, hey, we'll invest in your company. Let's just call it squash and move on. And so, because there was so many hidden things in there, and there's the two links have all the information. And, they interviewed so many people, and they ended up getting a bunch of different views on it. And so essentially it came down to Microsoft paying off Bill Gates, or Bill Gates paying off somebody. They're like, somebody paid someone just to keep it download. So cool.
Wow. All right, December 3rd, the Segway unveiled.
Oh man, have you written one of these?
I have not. I feel like that's such a tourist thing to do. Maybe when I'm a tourist somewhere, I'll get a Segway ride. Check out the town.
Yeah. I mean, so these things use a bunch of gyros and computers to keep it upright. And it's supposed to work the same way as a person walking, except that it actually rolls the wheels. It's kind of cool. I mean, when it did its debut, I don't know. I think it takes a little bit of time to like learn how to use these. But you said you rode a different type, right?
Yeah, those I think they're called the hoverboards.
Yeah, yeah.
Ones without the stick. Same gyro technology, I think. And yeah, those are fun.
Were you able to get used to it?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of similar to similar to walking. I mean, you just kind of like get used to it. Make sure you don't go too fast.
I don't know. I feel like I would hurt myself on one of these.
I want to take one of those Segways off-roading. I feel like they have those off-roading Segways that have like big tires.
That would be fun. Yeah, definitely. Cool.
All right, next up we have December 4th. Goner worm hits the internet.
This is funny.
Disguised as a screensaver, spread through an infectious user's Microsoft Outlook email software. The goner worm spreads through the internet at a pace second only to the love bug virus the previous year. So
yeah, Outlook has always been a door for vulnerabilities to get in, especially on Windows machines. And yeah, I mean, being able to attach anything, it just allows, things to leak in, right?
yeah.
Because when you receive an email, like if somebody hacks my account and they send you an email from me, it's a trusted source, like, why wouldn't you say like, oh, dad sent me a screensaver, like, oh, let's check it out. And boom, you're infected,
Yeah.
And so Outlook was notorious for this, but I'm not really sure what would it do? What was this goner? Let's see. So it slowed down the internet, causing minor damage to the user's computer. Yeah, it kind of looked like it was probably just gathering information. I think the person who sent it out probably didn't even know what they were going to do with the information. And so they just wanted to cause havoc. Other than slowing down the computer and causing minor damage. And most of these viruses really don't do a whole lot. Kind of like the common cold,
Yeah.
It's like it gets spread everywhere, but does very little damage.
Wow. All right. Next up, we have December 5th. Initial ARPANET completed.
Yeah.
1969.
Yeah. So there's a related article on this one. You remember the birth of the internet that we had on a few episodes back?
Oh, yeah.
This was the first test message sent between UCLA and Stanford Research Institute, so SRI. So here's UCLA, here's SRI, and then they connected UC Santa Barbara and the University of Utah. So this was like all universities connected to each other back in 1969. And so it created a network so that individuals can go and send messages between universities, search information, search research project, continue on with maybe if there was some collaboration between two universities that were far away, students didn't need to travel and they were working remotely. Hey, isn't that what we're trying to do during the pandemic is work remotely? And it's like people were just fumbling. They perfected it back in 1969.
Happening since 1969 before the internet.
Come on, people. It's like this was when the internet was called the ARPANET. So yep, that's that. This was just a few months after I was born. ARPANET was complete. Who knew I was going to be the child of innovation here? Cool. I think that's all we got.
Yeah.
Excellent. Until next time.